Auto meaning self, and then phagy meaning eating. Kind of neat, right? Hey everyone, Brennan here, author, speaker, educator, and in this video I'm going to be sharing something that's a little bit different that I normally haven't really talked about on my page. It's a metabolic process called autophagy. What is it? Well, let's spell it out first. Autophagy. Some people like to pronounce it autophagy. Let's break that down. Auto meaning self, and then phagy meaning eating. Kind of neat, right? So basically, it's a process that almost anybody can achieve. It can be induced from medicines or pharmaceuticals, or it can be achieved naturally. And I'm going to be talking about that. So there's 3 different types of autophagy. If you break that, or if you put it in an umbrella, it's called macrophagy. The 3 components that are on that umbrella are basically microphagy meaning like more minuscule, and then there's like the mediated, that's meaning like with pharmaceuticals, but basically it is a bulk. But again, you're like, okay, what does all of this mean? Well, basically it's the degradation of cells. And you're like, well, I don't want that. I don't want my cells to break down. No, but this is a healthy form of degradation of cells. Basically, it's sort of like a cellular detox. And what does that mean? It means that like when you are in a state of autophagy, your cells are starting to reproduce themselves. They're starting to detoxify and clean up a lot of cellular debris. And if you've seen in any of my other videos, if you're looking at a cell, that's the cell membrane, right? And there's a nucleus, and there's a whole bunch of mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum and all that stuff. I don't need to go into the depth of all of that. But anyways, stuff, let's just call it stuff, cell debris needs to exit the cell. And then we also need nutrients and whatnot to enter the cell. And when you're in a state of autophagy, this process is working better. And then there's something called mitophagy. And that is basically the whole process of which the mitochondria, that's like the energy power plant of the cells, they start to kind of like detoxify and really help out other mitochondria and produce better forms of energy, essentially. Okay, so now you know what autophagy is. How can you get into this state? Because this is a very healthy state. You want autophagy because your cells start to reproduce and make better uses of energy. How can you achieve this? Well, we don't want it to be mediated. We don't want any pharmaceuticals to induce this autophagy. We want to do it through natural means. And how do you do that? Well, there's the easiest way to do it. Basically, you reduce, you can see that? Good. You reduce amino acids and glucose. Basically food. You've got to be in a fasted state. If you've probably heard of intermittent fasting right now. It's a big thing. So you can achieve autophagy and mitophagy, which is very healthy, in a fasted state. But you got to remember, you will not achieve that state unless you fasted longer than 15 hours. Now, I've got some coffee here with some cream and sweeteners. If I were to just drink this and not have any food, I would not achieve autophagy or mitophagy. Why? Because there's glucose in here. So, well, and amino acids for that matter. Basically, you've got to be in a fasted state. How do you achieve that? Black coffee only, green tea, black tea, red tea, or water. Those are the only liquids you can consume if you want to achieve this. Now, some people say, well, you can have a little bit of stevia, or you can maybe take your vitamins or your minerals. I firmly believe if you're trying to achieve this state, it's best to go all in. 6th gear, all in, nice and extreme. Have no vitamins, no minerals, no supplements, no stevia, no nothing, no creamers, no nothing. Just, you might as well. Basically, it's the elimination of all nutrients longer than 15 hours, and you can achieve this metabolic process, and it's very healthy. I hope that made sense. I didn't want to go too deep. If you found that valuable, hit a like, hit a subscribe, share a comment. I would really appreciate some of the comments below. And yeah, I just hope that you like that video, because I just wanted to share it because it's a new topic. A lot of people are interested to learn about autophagy and mitophagy. So until next time, in good health and in good spirit.